A very good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Country is moving on the correct reform path, State Minister asserts. Tea production level falls amidst challenges, Tea Board reveals. News in detail. State Minister of Finance Shehan Semasinga said that the government has discussed with the IMF about shifting implementation dates due to practical reasons, and there were in no way efforts to deliberately delay certain reforms as claimed by certain organizations. The State Minister said this speaking at the Finance Ministry premises after the IMF Executive Board passed the second review of Sri Lanka's extended fund facility yesterday.
Unfortunately, just 48 hours, 24 hours before a critical milestone, we had negative news being published. But there are certain times where we have agreed upon with the IMF as well as the other stakeholders on shifting implementation dates. Because there are practical difficulties. There is a judicial process that the government has to go through after tabling in Parliament. Even up to the point of tabling in Parliament, there could be delays, but those delays were not unilateral delays. Anybody outside the system may not know what are the negotiations that have taken place and that what we have agreed upon. So we have not diverted from the program. If we have diverted from the program, if the government has deliberately delayed on certain reforms, as I said earlier, it would have been indicated in the press release and the board wouldn't have approved it. The point what we have to take is, if the board is satisfied only with the progress achieved, they will approve the reviews. Otherwise, they will not approve the reviews. So we are on track, we are on target, we are on the right path. So help us to take Sri Lanka to different heights.
The Ratnapura International Gem and Jewellery Exhibition, organized by the National Gem and Jewellery Authority, is scheduled to be held from 29th of June to 1st of July at a hotel in Ratnapura. The NGJA partnered with the Ministry of Industries and the Lanka Gem Dealers and Miners Association to push Sri Lanka gem and jewellery exports to $2 billion by 2025 at an event held in Colombo to launch the exhibition this week.
The Ratnapura International Gem and Jewellery Exhibition will draw participants from countries such as China, India, Vietnam, Germany and Thailand. It provides a platform for knowledge exchange, fostering international collaborations that enhance the global gem industry. The exhibition will also feature booths displaying a wide array of precious stones and jewellery. Additionally, 12 booths will be reserved for small and medium entrepreneurs, helping them gain access to international markets. Attendees will have the opportunity to witness live demonstrations by gem cutters and jewellery designers and participate in educational sessions about gemology.
We know in Colombo we have the facets, and then again in Berola we have Gem Sri Lanka, and for the Ratnapura we never had anything in our history. Been producing number of gemstones and sapphires, but unfortunately nothing has happened. We know we all can't go for the international market. Going for exhibition is very costly affair. All can't afford that, and some don't have that exposure to go up and to do the trading in international markets. So we as the authority, that's why we decided to take the international market, world market to Ratnapura.
Speaking at the event, Minister of Industries and Healthcare said that ethical and sustainable development of industries should be given priority and that Sri Lanka have historically been able to conduct best practices in the gem industry.
I think it's important to take bias to the original place of the country where when it comes to the gem mining. He mentioned about a couple of the foreign revenue earners to the country: cinnamon, tea, and importantly, we have to mention about garment industry as well. In all those three sectors, now, a lot of people do talk about sustainable development. Sustainability, ethicality, inclusivity has come to the forefront. Any industry that's surviving and thriving in the 21st century need to be traces of sustainability, ethicality, and inclusivity. I think in that regard, it's that much important. We invite the buyers the people who are interested about GEM to its own original city, that is Ratnapura. They should come and see how hard people work and how some of the best practices we put to use in relation to mining or the industry. And also how we have done ethical and good business covering this subject. So historically we have done well, even though the amount of money has not generated the income that as a country we were expecting to generate, but yet we should salute everyone, all the stakeholders, starting from the miners and the owners of the lands and also the gem merchants and also those who are in the lapidary industry. Those have contributed historically to develop this industry in this country.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. Tea production in May saw an uptick, but the first 5 months of the year have sustained an overall decline, highlighting ongoing challenges within the industry, including weather variability and other factors affecting cultivation. According to data released by the Ceylon Tea Board, recently tea production in May increased to 24.54 million kilos, up 14% compared to April 2024.
However, despite this monthly rise, the overall production for May 2024 declined by 8.5% compared to the same period last year, indicating a broader trend of reduced tea yields. The cumulative production from January to May 2024 totaled 104.37 million kilos, registering a decrease of 6.5% year-on-year compared to 111.57 million kilos in the same period last year. High-grown tea production trailed the previous year with 23.5 million kilos, impacted by very hot and dry conditions during the first quarter and excessive rain in May. The Tea Board noted that these crop fluctuations underscore the need for adaptive strategies among tea growers and stakeholders to mitigate risk and sustain productivity in the face of changing climate conditions.
Negombo Management Club concluded a personal development forum focused on leadership challenges in the volatile environment. The event took place at a hotel in Negombo last week, offering valuable insights and strategies for local business leaders.
The keynote address was delivered by Chief Operating Officer of CBL Foods International, Kamal Giganage. The forum also featured a stimulating panel discussion moderated by Group Finance Director of AGT, Sudat Fernando. The esteemed panel included President of TMC Negombo and Senior Director at Ansel Lanka, Ramesh Nanayakara, Zonal Director at BOI, Lawrence Madapatha, and Chief Operating Officer at Global Rubber Industries, Tanuja Samranayaka. Recognizing the critical role of continuous learning, TMC Negombo designed this forum to foster growth and equip attendees with the necessary skills to navigate the ever-changing corporate landscape.
In fact, the theme was, as leaders, how to manage in volatile situations, which is a very important theme. Today we discussed about it, and we invited this eminent panel, and they're in the forefront in the economy. They're giving leadership to one of the top enterprises in the country, but they have given some practical solutions where we can lead a team in a volatile and unprecedented situation. So that's it. That I think it was a wonderful event, and the comments given by them are very encouraging and educating.
Speaking after the event, the president of the Management Club of Negombo, Ramesh Nanayakara, said that the Management Club is committed helping the professionals of the Negombo area to strive and be leaders in their respective fields.
The Management Club of Negombo, we revamped our club with the purpose of further supporting the professionals in Negombo to foster their career as great leaders, as great managers in corporate world. So I'm glad that today's event we focus on one important topic that is relevant for today's corporate world, leading through volatile environment. And I think as corporate leaders, we all come across these challenges, but it's important that we share our knowledge, we learn from experience, and today's event, we gathered a few corporate leading individuals for them to share their experience. So that's how we as the Management Club of Negombo will support the professionals in and around this area. That's our journey. We learn, we experience, we share experience, we collaborate, and that's how we move forward. So I hope the journey that we started on today will continue further with the more members joining the club, and they will further grow with the club. And at the end of the day, we all serve the humanity as great managers, as great leaders.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped 49.03 points to close at 12,310.83, and the S&P SL 20 dropped 24.87 points to close at 3,645.29. The turnover was 1.2 billion rupees and over 44 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all we have for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Have a great weekend. Take care. Good night.